Hello my dear students, I warmly welcome you to CS Digital Classes. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about one of the important theorem from cyclic groups. So let's see the statement of the theorem first of all. Let capital G be a group and let small a be an element of order small n and small k be a positive integer. Then we have to show that the first condition, okay, the cyclic group generated by a power k is equal to the cyclic group generated by a power GCD of n comma k. And the second condition, the order of the cyclic group a power k is equal to n by GCD of n comma k. So one of the very important theorem. Okay, so this theorem comes under long answer in the examination purpose. Okay, or else in the short answer purpose if you get one or two conditions. Okay, so now let's start the proof of the theorem. So first of all, I am writing what is giving in the statement. So given capital G is a group, okay, and small a belongs to capital G with order of a is equal to small n. Order of a is equal to small n. That means n is the least positive integer such that a power n is equal to small e. So this is I am taking as equation number 1. Okay. So and also in the statement he gave capital K be a positive integer. Now to prove this theorem, so first of all we need to know the two basic principles. The first principle is if you take GCD, okay, GCD of any two values, that GCD can be represented as a linear combination of the same numbers. That is the first property. And the second property is the order of a subgroup generated by an element is equal to order of the same element. Okay, so we will use them. So now here given capital K is a positive integer, now let GCD of small n comma k be small d. Okay, so that implies I am taking as GCD of n comma k is equal to small d. Here n is an order of an element and k is the positive integer and d is the GCD of these two elements. Now let that positive integer k I am taking as the multiplication of the GCD and r. K is equal to d into r, where d is equal to GCD of n comma k. Now suppose a power k is equal to a power d into r. Okay, for this equation k is equal to d into r, I am taking the power of a. So therefore a power k is equal to a power d into r. So a power k is equal to, I am writing a power d into r. Okay, if you observe carefully, the RHS part is purely belongs to the definition of the cyclic group. Then we can write the LHS value as, okay, so cyclic group generated by a power k is subset or equal to cyclic group generated by a power d in RHS. So this is the equation number 2 we can write from the previous step. Now after getting equation number 2, now we are going to use one important property, that is from the GCD of any two numbers. Okay, from the properties of GCD, we have GCD of any two numbers can be expressed as a linear combination of the same numbers. Okay, so this is the one of the property of GCD of any two elements. GCD of any two elements can be expressed as a linear combination of the same elements. That is, there exist two unique integers s and small t, such that now I am writing what is the GCD? Small d. Small d is equal to n into s plus k into t. Here d is the GCD of n comma k. Okay, since we have d is equal to GCD of n comma k. Now that GCD we are expressing as a linear combination. This is called linear combination of the same numbers. Here n is there and k is there, and there exist two unique integers s and t, such that you can write d is equal to ns plus kt. Now suppose a power d is equal to a power n into s plus kt. Okay, so from this condition a power d is equal to, I am separating these powers, a power n into s and a power k into t. Here LHS a power d is equal to, I am writing a power n whole power s into a power k whole power t. Since from equation number 1 we have a power d is equal to a power n, is we have equation number 1 small e into e power s a power k into t. So therefore a power d is equal to e into a power k of t. So that implies a power d is equal to a power k whole power t. Okay, again this value is the purely definition of the cyclic group. Okay, if you imagine a power d as an element, that element is generated by in the form of a power k whole power t. Then according to the definition of the cyclic group, we can apply the cyclic group generated by a power d is always subset or equal to cyclic group generated by a power k. So now you can give the equation number 3. Okay, so now from equation number 2, here you have equation number 2 and here you have equation number 3. If you compare equation number 2 and equation number 3, by comparing equation 2 and 3, we get that by comparing equation number 2 and equation number 3, okay, you will get, so the cyclic group generated by a power d is equal to cyclic group generated by a power k. You know very well the property, since a subset are equal to b and b subset are equal to a, then a is equal to b by using the fundamental property from the sets of any two sets. So then you can write the cyclic group generated by a power d is equal to cyclic group generated by a power k. So therefore I am writing again a power k is equal to cyclic group generated by a power d. Here d is nothing but GCD. Okay, GCD of n comma k, that is I am writing. So therefore this is the first condition, proof of the first condition. Now we are starting the proof of the second condition. In the second condition, to prove the second condition, so it is enough to prove that it is enough to show that order of a power d is less than or equal to small n by d. Okay, so that implies in this second property we have to prove that order of a power d is less than or equal to n by d. So now so suppose a power d whole power n by d is equal to a power d into n by d. So if you take dd get cancel, so therefore you will get a power n. From equation number 1, a power n will be small e. So therefore a power d whole power n by d is equal to small e. From this condition, clearly we can write it is in the format of order of an element. A power n is equal to small e. Then you can write mod a is equal to n. So therefore, here in place of a, we have a power d. So therefore, mod a power d is less than or equal to n by d. Okay, it is taken as equation number 4. Mod a power d is less than or equal to n by d. And here you need to know that from the properties of cyclic group, okay, the order of generated by an element. Okay, so I am writing here order of a subgroup generated by A is equal to order of A itself. Okay, it is one of the property of cyclic group. So mathematically we can write order of A is equal to order of A generated by cyclic group A. So therefore now by using this condition, equation number 4 can be written as order of a power d generated by cyclic group. So it less than or equal to n by d. You know very well where d is equal to GCD of n comma k. So therefore there exists small I is the any least positive integer such that a power d whole power I not is equal to small e. If there exists small I is the any least positive integer from the group capital G, then a power d whole power I not is equal to small e. Why? Because we have a power n is equal to small e. That means order of a is equal to small n. Then if you take any other number, that other number will not be an order of small e. Now from the property of condition number 1, we have order of a power k is equal to order of a power k generated by a cyclic group. So now in this condition, it is generated by a power d. So in this place, I am substituting that GCD of n comma k. Okay. So from the given condition, you can write this value is equal to a power GCD of n comma k. A power GCD of n comma k. According to this condition, equation number 4, you can write this value n by GCD of n comma k, since by equation number 4. Since by equation number 4, n is that mod order of a power GCD of n comma k is equal to n by GCD of n comma k. So that implies order of a power k. Order of a power k is equal to n by GCD of n comma k. So this is the proof of the second condition. Here, after getting that equation number 4, we taken that one of the adapted condition from the cyclic group. That is the order of a subgroup generated by A is equal to itself order. So that means mod A is equal to order of generated by cyclic group A. Now a power d is less than or equal to n by d. Now by using this condition, okay, by using this condition, we can also create this value. Okay, so therefore order of a power k is equal to order of a power k generated by cyclic group. So now in place of this value, you can replace that one by using that equation number from the condition number 1, and here d is nothing but GCD of n comma k. Okay, again this value by using this equation you can write in this format. Now by since equation number 4, we can write that value n by d. N by d is nothing but n by here d is nothing but GCD of n comma k. So therefore that is n by GCD of n comma k. So this is the second condition of this theorem. In this format, we proved this theorem by using the two conditions, that is the linear combination of the GCD of any two numbers can be expressed as a linear combination, and the order of an element is equal to the order of a subgroup generated by the same element. I hope you understood this lecture very well. Okay, so make a perfect practice and prepare well. So in the next lecture we are coming up with another interest topic. So thank you.